Welcome back to episode 10 here on the moon. And in this episode I thought we could tackle this last floor, the middle floor. It's basically the last floor that has any space at all. And hopefully we'll finish the base in this episode. So there is a few things that I would like to get in here, and a few things that we absolutely have to get in here. And the things that we really have to get in is some sort of food supply for the player. Like I've said before, I think I'm just been living off rice pudding and just picking rice from the harveys upstairs. But I would like to have like a small personal garden. I thought about setting up like fully automated food production, but that would require the harvey setup to be completely rebuilt to integrate it with the logistics system. So I'm thinking that that's just not gonna happen. But we need a small garden for our personal supply of food at least. And I'm really hoping to get in a chicken somewhere so that we can make pumpkin pie. But a chicken needs automated food supply. So I'm not super sure what we should do with that. We either need to set in another harvey that's not batch written to by the harvey logic up there. Or we need to just switch all of these harveys upstairs to something the chicken can eat, and I don't really like that idea either. So we'll look into that. The biggest problem with trying to fit in more harveys here now is that, well, first of all, it has to be on a different network because the harvey logic we have does batch writing, and the space, a full harvey setup with the cable on top is taller than a full floor. So I think we can move the sorters a bit and maybe squeeze in like a harvey right there. So like right here could be a possibility. I'm thinking that. We have just updated, so I have like the nitrolyzer now in the game, but I really wanted to include this somehow, but at the current moment it just doesn't seem to be worth it. I mean, the H2 combustor doesn't really benefit anything from having nitrous oxide instead of the regular fuel mix. The gas fuel generator would certainly do have some benefit from it, but with this costing 20 kilowatts, and as I've heard it's super slow, which means that, I mean, using 20 kilowatts just to have the generator generate a bit more power, I don't really see the benefit in it. It would be really cool to tinker with here and try to fit in, but I mean, it's just, even if like it would generate a positive power or more power on less fuel with this cost included, it would still hammer out a lot higher temperatures, so we would have to drastically increase our cooling as well. So I think we'll not touch that for this base, and maybe look into it on a different world or something. But yeah, so I'm not super sure where to start. I think most of the lookers got to stay. I mean, a lot of this I could... It's noisy up here. A lot of this could certainly be recycled now. But I mean, I still would like to have some shelves, and this is the only place left to have it. So yeah, and a suit storage would be cool to fit in, but we'll see how everything pans out. I think putting in we can make, let's see, hydro. Let's see, no. What's that? Let's see, hydroponics station I'm thinking of. And that's in the electronics printer of all things. Hydroponics station. We can have one of these. And we could probably, I think we could fit in a harvey here for chicken, just to have it on a loop and make food for the chicken at least, and keep that alive. But yeah, I'm thinking we use the hydroponics station somewhere in the corner here. We would need a table for food production, something like there perhaps, and yeah, maybe some seating or something. Make it nice in here, like a livable space. I don't know. We'll take one thing at a time. I think I'll start with see if this is done. It's working. But yeah, I think we can fit in the harvey. We just need to do some surgery upstairs on these. And I have turned off the harveys for the occasion. So if this guy just finishes, we can start a harvey. Let's see if we can get the suit on. And let's see if I and bring some spare chutes and spare heavy cable. There we go. And then we can just start a harvey. And let's see if we can do some surgery on this. So, to rebuild inside there is quite tricky. We have to basically demolish our way down. And yeah, I think we can just do this. Let's see. So this is sorter 1, this is sorter 2. And we can take out these, that. And then we can probably fit in, let's see, a corner. That's gonna be hard to fit from here. But we can raise this up 1. That's doable. And then have the other one there, maybe. And then we can do, let's see. Then that one has to go. And then this one has to go to the left hand side. Yeah, this is the output. I guess it has to go underneath. I think that's possible. Then this goes up here. And there, and there. Could even have them, could almost have them one taller. That one could be one tall, one even one higher. And yeah, I think I'll actually do that. So that would mean this goes, this goes, this goes, this goes, this goes, and then goes over there, up onto that, and then this goes to there. And then we have this guy going up there. And then we have the sorter going there. Yeah, that works. That totally works. And then we just need to do the cabling, and we can do just fuse with this, and this guy goes to that. And we might have to return here for a few other cables, but I might just go ahead and just preemptively put in a cable. No, let's wait with that. I need to name them. Sorter 1, sorter 2. Let's turn them on for safety. Can I even? No. And then I think we need to do the input chute, but we have to do that from outside. There is room for cable going through here, and yeah, I think that works. Let's put everything back. And we have the hydroponics station and the harvey. So let's do this first. Let's see, composter, sorter. Sorter 1 and sorter 2. And then squeeze in here. And then we need a chute right there. There we go. And then this cable is now no longer needed. And we can probably fit in a harvey here. Right, we need a hydroponics stage. Let's see if he hydroponics tray, and one, yes, go. So this guy, I'm thinking this needs frames. Yes, it does, but probably there, maybe. It's gonna need water, so maybe, Yeah, I think some of these lockers has to go. It would be nice to have it there, perhaps. That's a good placement. Now, you can't get the cabling there. Well, I mean, maybe. No, chutes down there. So, cabling not possible. Yeah, we'll think about it. Let's see if this guy's ready. It is. And then let's see where we can fit this guy. It would have to be...
Hangar caution.
Somewhere around here. And we need a chute to go around. We needed to be self-fed, so and then excess goes to the chicken, but that would mean that the output has to go past the input and then to chicken. And because we only have one junction, I don't know if that's possible. If the junction works that way. Because it will have to be... maybe right there. Let's see. Let's take this wire and move the wire around. I think they already have power from somewhere else, but yeah, let's start the harvest while we work. And then let's think about it. Can we squeeze it even further in? I mean, I guess there could work.
Hydration critical.
Or that way. No. I'm thinking it'll have to go there. So, right there. And then chute goes there, around, over here, into there, and a junction there. This is what I'm not sure about, if that will capture from this junction, and outlets. And then we can have the chicken right there, hopefully. Or, yeah, somewhere. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll have to tinker with it. But at least it needs power on top, and I think there's room for that. So, I guess I'll tinker a bit and see how this goes. And much fiddling around later, I think I have made everything fit in. And you can see the recycler has turned over. I found a different path for the fertilizer through here. And I think this will work. The only thing I'm afraid of is if the chicken will eat directly out of the hydroponics device. That might cause some troubles, but I have some alternatives if it do, but I think this will work. So the plan is that I'm all out of power. Let's see. Oh. There we go. So the plan is that the chicken sits right there on the inlet chute, and if you don't know, if you lock an inlet chute, it won't suck up any items. So I'm hoping that just having the chicken sit there, and I can just lock it for some periods of times, every like on an interval, and that will let it both eat the excess wheat being produced and also leave the eggs for me to pick. And everything excess will just go into the recycler, essentially. But we need to get a fertilized egg. And I could, of course, make a temporary trader setup and use 4 hours looking for a trader, but instead I basically crossed my fingers and prayed to higher powers that there's an egg here, and look at me, there's an egg still. So we can hopefully just set this egg right there, and it needs to stay about that spot, and let's hope it hatches and we get a chicken in here. And while the egg is cozying itself up there, we can look at some other things here. Let's see, I have a suit storage I would really like to fit somewhere, and I've been looking on it, but there really isn't any good spots for it. I mean, I could have it here, but the pipes would be like super visible and like in the way, so that's not a good solution. I've also been looking into using this spot, and I could like just have it there. I can hook up power and both breathing air and jetpack air, but I don't think I can get to the waste in any good way. But I think that'll just have to do for the suit storage. I have also been looking at this we made, and I mean, I kind of like this. It's nice to look at, but it just takes up so much space, and you only get 4 planting spots on it. So I think this will go in the trash can, and I think I'll just stick with some hydroponic trays over here somewhere. I have recycled a lot, so you can see it's a lot less stuff here. And yeah, I'm not super sure. I looked at like having my table right here. This would be such a perfect spot for it, but sadly there is data ports we need here, so that's not gonna do. But yeah. Oh, there we go. We have a chick. And let's just toss the egg there. Looks to be doing some kind of animation there. Well, that's weird. But hopefully this will grow up. Wheat is complaining about lighting. I have a grow light here, but it gets really bright. Guess the chick will get a sunburn. But yeah, I guess the egg will just sit there now. There is of course the risk that we get more chickens in here, but I think it will manage. I haven't programmed the harvey to pick the seeds. It will just pick the actual wheat, because I'm thinking it will produce 2 wheat, and then it will take 1 for itself to replant, and then 1 for the chick. And hopefully the cycle of the wheat will be enough to feed the chicken. And there we have a grown chicken at least. And as is tradition, it has to be renamed. And I really got no idea why I always name them Carla, but I always do. So we have Carla the chicken sitting right up there, and as long as the railings are here, I don't think she will pathfind anywhere. So I think she can just sit right there. And all of that seemed like a really good idea, but the chickens seems to be super bugged right now. She refused to eat, and yeah, basically went on a hunger strike. So for the time being, I just made Carla invincible, so she's basically just an egg machine right now. And hopefully they will fix it at some point, but yeah, I disabled the harvey as well because she's not eating, so no point in growing food for her. But I have been looking into the seed storage, and I have hooked up the pipe. I have the seed storage right here, and just to have it, just to have a look on it. But you can see all the connection points over here, and we had to get a bit creative here. The cable ends up here, and I guess we'll just have to move the locker and design around the cable coming up here, but everything else seems to be working out. This blue pipe is for the waste port on the seed storage, and there is absolutely no way to get that pipe out anywhere. I've been looking, and it's just too much chutes, and you can't cross pipes with chutes, so that's just not doable. But because it's just the waste tank, I don't really need to empty it. I just need to equalize it with the room, because the room is 80 kPa, and if I can get the waste tank down to 80 kPa, then that's more than good enough. And that's why I thought I could just put in a passive vent there, and that would work out really well. But you can't put a passive vent like in the middle of a frame like that, so we have to make our own passive vent. So for that we need a few pipes, but we also need a volume pump, and I think I need some more cable, so let's just make 40 more cables. And then we are simply going to connect this up here. This is temporary. And then, yeah, I guess it'll have to go down there. Right, so the plan here is that we are simply going to explode the pipe, and we just put in a volume pump right there and connect it up to just our cold pipe for the time being, and then we can just set it to 1 liter and on, and connect it to power. That will eventually fill up that pipe and basically just blow it open, and that will act as a passive vent. And that pipe cracking sound still sends shivers down my spine. Ooh. There we go. Got a bit cold in here, but the generator will fix that pretty soon. And yeah, there we have it. Now we can rip it out again, and let's see, 3 were there, and yeah, we now have a make your own passive vent right there. And that green pipe, which has pure oxygen, now snakes its way all the way through here and down to our suit storage. So we can now basically just put our suit in here. Now, it's not connected to power yet, so we have to fix that, but I think that will be the next step. And I think we are onto something now. We have to work around this suit storage cable, so I figured we could set our processing tables here. That gives us enough space to get in between and for the cable to pass there. And that's where my data disk went. I was looking far and wide for that when I did the display panels down here. I had to make a new one. It was hiding behind the lockers the whole time. Well, at least we have enough locker storage now. I might even still remove one more. We still need to get in a garden of some sort for some plant growth. And maybe even like a chair and a table to sit at. Let's try and make that. So we could, let's see, I'm thinking like this small one. I'm alone on this planet, so I only need 1 seat. And we still need access in here. So I can't block that off, but I mean, as long as I can reach over it. But we have like cables and pipes going over here, so where could we possibly fix that? So some of these cables could be moved around, but it looks to be best down there. Let's see if we have a small hitbox share. Something like that, maybe, and then we can rip out the locker and have a table there. Yeah, not hating it. But now, where do we fit the plants? That's a real question. I think I have arrived to something I like. It's a bit cramped in here, but you can walk around fairly comfortably. But we can access the filtration units and we can cross the room fairly okay. Then we have our cooking corner down here, and I put in a fridge, and I have been planting and harvesting a lot of vegetables and stuff, so we should have enough to make pumpkin pie now. But before we finish off, let's talk about a few things we haven't talked about in a while, and one of them is the upcoming update of toxicity in the atmosphere. And you can see I have a bunch of nitrogen in here now, and it's still increasing. I think the ratio is slightly higher in here. It's still getting there. I have automated it with the filtration unit, so it should get there at some point, but we just can't be too fast on filling it with nitrogen, because it has to fill all of these blue pipe as well. And I coded it to be 50-50 on our 80 kPa atmosphere. I think that's fine. But yeah, and the source we are taking it from is also at 157 degrees, so it's quite hot. But it is automated, so with enough time it should get there. And I have disconnected all the solar panels now. They are still up there, but as you can see, there are no cables going to them. We can get our network analyzer, and I should be able to prove it to you by looking at this wire. There are no solar panels on the wire anymore. So they are still there, and I wanted to keep them, but just because, well, why not? And I think they kind of look cool, but just for having the base absolutely self-sufficient and not relying on anything outside, I disconnected them. So we are 100% on gas fuel generator now. And our water production is now fully hooked up to the plant, so this keeps about 3 megapascals. It's not quite reached steady state yet. It's definitely connected and at 3 megapascal, but it's still trying to cool it down, so more mass will enter here. But it's really getting there now, and the water has taken a long time, because mostly because it has to be cooled and everything. So yeah, I think we are more or less done. I think I might run around with paint a few paint cans just to get like the analyzers, and you know, maybe recolor the fridge, because why would you make the fridge orange? I don't know, but yeah. I guess this is sort of the end of the series. There isn't really a lot of room left to put anything in. I think this has worked out nicely, and yeah, I should probably mention this filtration unit here has the waste output into our white pipe, and this is kind of nice. We get a kind of nice effect out of this, and that's that if I start to paint stuff. I think I have a paint canister here. I don't know if I want anything black though, but yeah, if I paint something in here, we get toxins or pollutant in this atmosphere. But thanks to this guy, we essentially clean it out. It's not gonna be happening super fast, but eventually the pollutant will make its way into the blue pipe, and then eventually the blue pipe will be cleaned of pretty much everything thanks to this guy, because it takes out oxygen one way and everything else goes into the waste pipe, and this guy will refill with only CO2 and nitrogen. So if we get anything we don't want in this atmosphere, like if I run around and paint stuff, then it will be cleaned. It just takes a really long time, but it's a nice dynamic that is kinda accidental, but still nice. But yeah, I think this is pretty much it. We still have to make a pumpkin pie. I have let's see, eggs and stuff, so I'll get to that. We need this guy, right? And then 200, yeah, that's fine. Oh, it makes more. And 40, sure. And then we need to make milk. And let's see, we have 2 more of these, so we'll... How much milk does this give us? Is that in the chemistry station? Let's see, milk is made in the chemistry station, so 5 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2. No, we need, oh yeah, oil, and oil is made in this guy. I guess we can use everything. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that gives us milk. And then yeah, 100 milk, I guess. I didn't need the second one, but oh well. And then what's more? Pumpkin pie, 100 flowers, 10 milk, 1 egg, and 10 pumpkins in microwave. So 10 pumpkins, 100. Let's see. Oops. 10 milk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 milk. 100 flour. Guess we can. Do I have to split it? Because I can't add 200. Oh yeah, 1 click is add 50, so 100 flour, and then an egg, and then we have pumpkin pie in the microwave. I'm not sure if I would really love a microwave pumpkin pie, but yeah, pumpkin pie acquired, and I think that marks the end of the series. Put it in a fridge, I guess. So yeah, I think that's it, and thank you all for watching the series. This has been really fun, and you'll find the world download in the description if you would like to take a closer look at it.